YouTube, what's going on? It's preaching. So, I'm out here at a delivery. Wait, came back this way so that way it won't be that much noise and stuff since, you know, people complain about the noise and all this other particular stuff. And, people find everything to complain about in your videos. If you got a massive thing, or like some of these other YouTubers that got these special cameras and noise cancellation mics that they hook up and all that. Man, I got my cell phone that I just kind of video vlog my life, what's going on, the stuff that I be doing. Like I tell people, man, this is not a trucking channel. Just me video logging my life, what I'm going through, the things I be doing, and stuff like that. Through my life experiences, if you can get some type of knowledge from it or a little inspiration and get out there and do stuff yourself from it, good. If not, good, but this is not a trucking channel. I tell people that all the time. This is not a trucking channel. I ain't out here trying to motivate people in trucking. They ain't trying to educate people in trucking. They ain't trying to teach nobody nothing in trucking. They got plenty of YouTubers out there that telling you all kinds of lies that you can listen to and stuff like that. Like everybody talking about how much they getting per mile. Like they king negotiator. But when this COVID stuff was going on, they all crying about the rates per mile. But now they telling you how they got $4 a mile, $5 a mile, $6 a mile. I mean, so why make videos and talking about your rate per mile when we know it depends on the market? It's market. There ain't no king negotiator. But anyway, so I have been trying to figure out the reefer game for a minute now, right? I got books on it and things like that, but I have come to the realization for me, now this is just for me now, just for me, that I'm gonna have to actually work a reefer trailer, probably do some couple of loads to see if that's something that I really want to do, branch out and do. Fortunately with Werner, they do have TCU units, but not inside my area, things like that. So if I'm going to want to do the reefer game, I'm going to have to part ways with Werner if that's what I want to do. Because when I get out there on my own, with my own authority and things like this, I actually want to do both. I want to do dry van and do reefer. So if you have a reefer unit, you can pull some dry loads, to help get you out of some areas. You can do both. Flatbedding is out the question because of my shoulder and everything like that. So I can't do all that strapping and tarping and all that stuff. So it only leaves reefer and only use dry van. But I'm not crazy to get out here and think I just know about something and then try to learn for it, especially you learn it on your own dime and you're going to mess up people's freight because you don't know how to operate the unit, what's best for the type of freight that you got in a unit. Certain produce have to be at certain temperatures, and you got to know that you leave that little small door that be on the back of the trailer. You got to know to leave that open for gases. You got to understand about airflow and how they place stuff. Like a dry van, I can look at it and I can tell you straight up, as soon as I look at it, with these loaders, I can be, hey, you loaded this thing wrong. You need to put this here. You need to put this like this. You need to stagger this like this, because I've been doing it. So I can look at it and tell it's loaded right. Well, the reefer, I don't know. But I want to learn it and get out there. Now, I'm not saying I want to go out there and, work for another company for a year or something like this. I'm thinking, that's just me now. I'm thinking maybe a couple months, 3 months to learn the reefer game. Like when you go to these facilities, you hear about the wait times at different places and stuff that you have to do and how it has to be down to a certain temperature and how to work the reefer unit. And I've been looking at the book. I'm like, so this button with this and this button for that. And I'm like, man, what is, that's just me now. It's just me. I know some of y'all smarter people, it's no problem for y'all. Y'all can figure out things on the go. Y'all the best at everything in the world. Nobody can't tell you nothing. You can tell everybody something, but that just ain't me. That ain't my story, okay? That ain't my testimony. That's how I am, though. You know, I say I'm a realist. When I learn something, then I know it. But if I see it and I'm doing it, I have a better understanding of it. Especially if, like I said, if I'm gonna be getting out there and doing it myself at my own business, because then you have to worry about cargo claims on your insurance, and your insurance can wind up dropping you because you don't know what you're doing with this reefer unit, and that's not a chance that I would be willing to take myself. So anyway, so that's what is I'm contemplating right now, as far as, you know, trying to learn this reefer game. But I do know for sure, okay, when I leave this company, Warner right here, that I'm not gonna go to another company, be a company driver. I'd rather, when I leave this, have my own business, start my own authority and things like that. But if I gotta learn the reefer game, I need to probably find a company where I can come on to it as a leasee and lease a truck for a couple of months and things like that, because I'm not going to do another company driver thing. So if I'm going to get out there learning, I want to make sure I'm making a little bit amount of money. So, you know, when you're leasing, you should be making at least $2,500, $3,000. And no, I'm not trying to get on with a company that I'm going to be leasing, trying to make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month and all this other particular stuff, because that's not my end game. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm not trying to get on and lease with a company and thinking I'm going to be there for a while. No. I'm doing my own thing. I'm going to get my own authority. All right. I actually have my interstate authority right now, so I'm going to be getting my intrastate authority and stuff like that. So that's what is just a short-term thing that I would do, possibly the most 6 months at the most, just so I can really learn. But as I'm learning, you know, I want to make sure I'm making some money as I'm learning. And then especially with the lease, you know, I can easily keep that with my trucking business, because I already have my EIN number, my trucking name. I already have all that particular stuff established, but then I can establish the other company parameters under that, not just the bare minimum for a 1090 kind of thing, but a real trucking company. All right, real trucking company, you know, so everything else that comes along with a real trucking company, not just running your truck, but a real trucking company. I could hire a driver or sign on other people to lease onto my authority, things like that. So establishing a real trucking company, it's a difference. All right, it's a big difference. Where it's kind where your trucking company is making money, not you taking all the money and you're like, this is what you made. Yeah, I'm glad you made some money, but how much did your trucker company make? So when banks and everything see that, they see that your trucker company is making money. So when it comes down to funding things or getting some money to expand or to get equipment or anything like that, you know you have that, something that your trucker company is making. You got something, some paperwork from P&L statements and bank statements that you can go when you go in to buy equipment and show them, hey, yeah, this. And no, cash is not king, okay? In the world of business, you need to have business credit and establish business credit. And the only way you're going to establish business credit is by financing some things. I'm not saying you got to finance a lot of money. No. I'm not saying that. And I'm not trying to go out and get a $5,000, $6,000 trailer that you always got to put money into, you always got to worry about. No. I'm not doing that. Now y'all run y'all business the way y'all want to run y'all business. Okay, that what you want to do. Hey, fine. You did research. You take on the responsibility. That's what you want to do. That's just not a responsibility that I want to take on. All right, that's just not something that I want to do. So I'm not finna go be getting all this cheap equipment and then it just break it down and you keep putting money into it. I am not looking for nothing new as well. If I get me a reefer trailer, I'm trying to pay, I don't know, between $13,000 to $15,000 on a fairly decent trailer. But I also need to know, when you're looking at a trailer, what I'm looking for. How can I expect the reefer trailer to know that it's good? How do I know when the installations in the walls are really, really good and when they're not good? Or when they're going to need to be replaced and all those other particular stuff. So you learn trial by fire. Sometimes you got to get in there and do it. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. When you're looking at these reefer units, and then you're looking at the year of the reefer units, how you know that the hours are good. Are they, running hours, or are they like the idling hours? Found that out by doing some research and stuff like that too, that how those hours is particularly different. So it's just some stuff that I'm just thinking about and doing and things like that. Like I said, I'm not going back being a company driver because this OTR with Warner, whew, man, let me tell you, boy, these wait times that you got to wait just to get a load, sometimes it's 5 hours, I didn't wait 7 hours, I didn't wait 13 hours just to get a load, things like that. It's like, come on, man. I just don't like these wait times with the load. And then, you're trying to find places to park, trying to do all this other particular stuff. So, I'm not liking the OTR side of things with Warner right now. Some of the stuff that I've been going through. I ain't tell y'all everything, but I've been going through some stuff with this OTR that I just really dislike. It's not for me. That's just my personal opinion. Somebody else, it may be great for them and things like that. It may be great, but for the amount of money that I make, I still make all right. Okay, I'm still making all right. I mean, a week, I'm still making over $1,200 a week. I make between $1,200 to $1,400, sometimes $1,500. I had a $1,700 a week and things like that. But I like more consistency with things, So that's why I wouldn't really go back to a company driver and things like that. So, but that's the kind of stuff that's going on through my mindset and what I'm thinking about doing and what's going on with me as of right now. The shoulder is semi, and I get tweaks every now and then with stuff and things like that, The neck be like, so. It be getting crunched up all up in there, and I still get spasms and everything like that. So as far as that goes, it's coming along. All my little bumps and bruises and all this other particular stuff. So, plus I went back to training. So I'm on my 3rd training now that I'm on. The first 2 didn't go too good, but this one seemed to be all right. So I haven't even reaped the benefits, the financial benefits of training yet. I really haven't, because I haven't gotten past the first week with the other 2. And they treat the truck as a solo truck your first week. So you don't even make no money your first week. You don't really start making no even extra money until like your second week. So I don't even know how that is going to be. But solo, like I said, I make between $1,250 to $1,450 weekly solo. So I mean, I don't know how that would be, but it's not really. My issues really ain't a money thing. I mean, I can survive off of $1,250. I really can. Now it's a total less than I was making when I was on Dollar General by far. Dollar General, I'm making like, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 a week. So to go down to like $1,200, yeah, it's a financial hit. So I guess you can say that's a little bit about the OTR too, it's just not enough money for the stuff that I have to deal with, and that's the reason why I feel a certain kind of way. Just because, you know, you dealing with all this and stuff for like $1,200, $1,300 a week. When I was making $1,700 and I'm home Saturdays and Sundays, you know, so it's like, man, is it really worth it? You know, so I guess that's, to be honest, I guess that has something to do with it too, but not that much. But for a lot of people, $1,250, $1,300 a week OTR is good for them. It's great. You know, it's great for them. So I don't knock it. But for me, you know, it's most of the stuff out here is a personal preference. So when y'all listen to these other YouTube people, man, think about that too. It's still a personal preference. They're telling you from their personal view of things. And do everybody agree? No, everybody don't agree. You may think somebody's making a stupid or wrong decision, you know, but that's based off of how you feel, and you looking at your situation. You're not looking at their situation. All right, so y'all take it easy, man.